Hey everyone, good morning. This is Jason Holland, owner and travel butler with Travel Simplicity. I'm very pleased for you to meet a special friend of mine who lives in Greece. And good morning. This is Thanassis.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, Jason. How are you?
I'm doing well. I just want
How's the
you
family?
to, they're doing well. Thank you. Thank you. We're all stuck inside. I want everyone to know though that before this, I did have a different bow tie on, and you forced me to change
We're trying to be, as persuasive as possible.
it. Well, and you got out of your pajamas and put on your nice blue and white shirt.
Yeah, you made me wear my favorite blue and white shirt after 60 days in lockdown.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited. I asked Thanassis to come and show us some pictures. But before we start with your pictures, I have a picture that I want to show you. So for those of you that don't know, this picture that's behind me, I'm not actually there. That might be obvious. But this picture behind me is actually from Santorini. It's not what you
This is not our hotel, eh? This is not our hotel.
No, it's not. Yeah, you see the nice buildings in the background. No, here, but this you might recognize.
It rings a bell.
And this is just an absolutely beautiful place to watch the sunset. About a year ago, I was actually there. This is a place that Thanassis oversees. It's just an incredible place. The people are super, super friendly. But what I wanted to do is, Thanassis, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to hear some stories of Greece and some of the things that are special to you. So I believe you have some pictures to show us.
Okay, needless to say, I'm gonna focus more on my favorite island, Santorini, which I totally miss since lockdown found me in Athens, and I'm right now stuck here and I cannot travel back to my beautiful island for the last 60 days.
Yeah.
I'm not from Santorini. I'm originally from the mainland. I'm originally from Athens. But I have been living and working on the island since 2007. The island is not, your typical Greek island. It's one of the most visited islands of the world. Number one in half of the planet's travel or honeymoon bucket lists and cover of every travel magazine. But us living in Santorini, we don't see it this way. On the end of the day, we see it as our own home. So it's good that you gave me the opportunity to speak a little bit more about our island, about Santorini, from our perspective, the way we see Santorini from our own yard, the way we see Santorini from, from our everyday life.
And that's what is so important, is to realize that, there is the touristic side of things, but there's so much more. And I'm excited to hear it. So what do you have to show us?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a little bit of my screen here. This is what everyone has in mind nowadays when they go to Santorini. It's a very special island, very special colors.
And you too can take that picture if you go down to the little walkway and hang over the edge, along with the hundreds of other tourists, right?
This is one of the most touristic places on the island. That's why we usually suggest to our guests to never visit it during the peak hours of the day, but go there very early in the morning or quite late after the sunset in order to get the best pictures out of it.
And there are so many other beautiful blue domes and parts of Santorini that aren't that too.
I think you went quite off the beaten track when you were on the island. I mean, you did some great experiences there, I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to when you go to a destination to get introduced to different stuff rather than the ordinary, travel guide top 10,
Right.
So I loved how you did the clay.
Oh, that was fun.
It was really great, eh? You
Yeah,
remember
there's a local
yeah,
pottery master there,
yeah, the pottery, yeah,
and being able to do it hands on, because so many of those, so often those experiences. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but so many times even hands-on experiences can feel very commercial. But when you actually get to sit down with the guy who taught all the other potters on the island how to do their craft, and you physically get to make a pot from scratch with their help, um, that's huge. I mean, that's such a special memory, such a um, great thing. In fact, I have the bowl in the cupboard up there. So
So I will begin with some of my favorite spots during this time of the year in Santorini.
okay.
It's the hike.
Oh,
It's
that's so pretty.
really the best period to be in Santorini now in spring. The whole island's bloomed. Something you don't expect. You definitely don't expect when you travel in June and you see how volcanic and dry the whole island is. And you
Hey,
see,
you only get a few days of rain all year, don't you?
yeah, indeed. I mean, it's humid, but it's not rainy at all. Yeah. So this time of the year, you get the whole island being green, mainly daisies. Of course, we don't have many trees, as you know, but it's really incredible when you do the hike. You know, there is the famous hike from our town, Ia, all the way to Fira, the center of the island. It's about 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You walk this time of the year. You walk through, you know, the bloomed nature, which is really, really beautiful. Lots of flowers. Not very cold, not very warm. It's really the best period to be there.
Love it.
Uh,
And you
during
got the views of the sea around you, which is just fantastic.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I especially love a certain you know, place on the island where the actually you see the south and the north meeting each other in a very narrow place, and actually you have the view from both sides. You have a 360-degree view all over the island.
Amazing.
And it's really unique. It's a great experience. Many times we walk. I mean, at least once every couple of weeks, we do the hike with the family. We love doing it over the spring period, as I said before, because it's not so warm.
Yeah.
You always need to be equipped with some water, even in the winter months, because it's 3 hours hike. It's about 15 kilometers, let's say. It's something that I really find unique on our beautiful island.
I can see why. That's pretty special.
Now, another thing that I really find special is small little village down on the cliffside. It's called Armeni. I don't know if you got the chance to be there with us when you came.
I didn't.
It's a small little village, not even a village. It's probably 3 or 4 houses. The only way to access it is either through 300 steps down from the center of Ia.
Oh, I did. Yeah, right there on the water.
I think you went there for lunch with the family.
Yeah, with the restaurants. Yep.
Yeah. So the only thing that you can find down there is a small taverna. You have the opportunity to meet the locals and have a wonderful traditional lunch, the way you imagine lunch, a Greek lunch with a, you know, no fancy tablecloths and silverware, just fresh fish, octopus, tzatziki, and your favorite Greek salad, as I have heard from the latest webinars.
You know, our daughter wasn't even, let's see, she wasn't even 1 yet, or was just after 1, or had just turned 1, I think. And she was eating octopus and goat and loved it.
Well, see, I mean, my daughter is 6 years old and I still haven't convinced her to eat octopus.
Oh no. Well,
but I personally love it.
We came back from Greece, and then she decided she was going to be really picky as an eater after we came back. So I think she just got spoiled, liked it so much, and has just been in defiance ever since that we left. So
I think it's gonna be her summer. I mean, I'm gonna force her into eating octopus this year. I mean, she's Greek. She needs to learn how to eat.
I've come to really enjoy it. I think it's delicious.
Yes, yeah.
Cooked and prepared well. It's fantastic.
What is great about this place is that it's right next to the sea, and you go there with a tender.
Okay.
Quiet. You can actually swim into the sea. You swim straight into the caldera area. You know, the area around the volcano, where the sea is really deep, and you can swim and dive and do water sports. It's really, 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 really nice. You can spend the whole day there just having some fresh fish.
I love this too, because a lot of people, I didn't realize even when I was there, how big, can you go back to the last picture? The one with the, yeah, how tall those cliffs are, because you can see in the background on the right side, that's a full-on cruise ship, and you can see how it's dwarfed by the cliffs. I mean, this is one of the reasons why Santorini, I think, is so picturesque. It's just, you have these massive cliffs and these seas, and then the views from the top. Just the sense of scale is amazing.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's something that is really unique indeed. Let me show you a little bit, one more place that I mean, it's all about the white and blue. Santorini is it's a very, very famous island for its churches. It's more than 400 churches. Some people don't even believe it when I say that. You know, it used to be an island of sailors back in the day, a very poor island, actually. And the families, most of the churches are privately owned. So the families were building one church in order to protect their sailor in the sea. That's why the churches usually are named after the name of the father of the sailor.
Okay.
Or Saint Nicholas, who is the protector of the sea. I love finding another blue dome every day. I mean, I've been on the island for almost 14, 15 years, and really I discover something new every day. So it's all about the hidden treasures in Santorini. Those blue domes, it might be a super touristic place in Santorini, but at the same time, it's very difficult to find. You know, even that, many times people do not know how to find if they don't get guidance.
Right.
Through the plays, etc.
Yeah, you could literally walk right past it in Ia if you weren't paying attention or you didn't know, you know, someone.
Exactly. And of course, the most special thing about Santorini, as everyone will notice, and you saw at the beginning of your presentation, will be the sunsets. We have. I'm gonna sound a little bit biased on this, but I really feel that the two best places to watch the sunset from. And I really don't want to praise my own home, but when you are on the northern part of Ia and you face the west, you get the best colors because you have no other islands right in front, and you see the sun setting directly in the sea.
Amazing.
It's definitely the place you want to be, far from the crowds when you want to see the sunset. My top spot, of course, will be sailing with a catamaran boat or even a small tender. Being on the sea during the sunset time, it's a unique, serene experience like no other, really. Truth is that with Ias sunset spots being the most popular sunsets in Greece, us locals are the first that we don't want to try, you know, because during the peak season, it can get quite crazy. Still, though, the view from the Venetian castle, which is one of the most beautiful locations in the town of Ia when it's not crowded, it's still the best. It's still very special.
Well, it's a special place. It's one of those places that I've been to that, you know, many times in travel, you know, you hear the hype of a particular place, and unfortunately, many times it doesn't live up to the hype. and this was
Yeah.
this place is different. When I had heard a whole lot about it, I've designed experiences for people there, but being there, it really is special. It's absolutely a beautiful place, and the people are amazing. I was, I just every time I talk about Greece with someone, I can't help but tell them how friendly the Greek people are, and particularly to kids. Our family, we traveled with two young kids. Like I said, one of them was 1 and the other one was 4, and just welcomed so warmly, and to the point where after just a few days, we didn't want to leave. Um, we enjoyed it, and I travel all around the world, and I've experienced a lot of places, and many of them are 5-star luxury, and didn't have the same experience and warmth that we had in Greece. So kudos to you. You guys do a fantastic job, and it's such a
It's
pleasure.
not only about us. We are definitely trying our best, but it's all about the whole meaning of Greek hospitality. You know what philoxenia is? Philoxenia means to be a friend of stranger. Philos, xenos. Xenos means stranger. So when we greet someone, when we welcome someone, we want to greet them as a friend. So, and this is the magic, to be able to get a stranger and with a few touches of magic, make them into a friend. And this is the way they will always remember you, right? The guests. It's very important. Very important. Small details matter.
Well, you guys do a very good job at that, and it's a pleasure to call you a friend. Thanassis, thank you for coming and talking with me this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend. It was great talking to you.